Hi there. Before I get going, full disclosure, I used to look like this, but then I spent the next 40 years writing professionally for television, stage, and screen, and now I look like this and need these. I am Dion Opperman. Welcome to my channel is focused on the issues in the zone where the writer and AI meet. If you're a screenwriter, novelist, playwright, television writer, graphic novelist, or video game scenario developer, and like me, you are figuring out how to deal with this alien called AI that recently landed on our planet, you're in the right place. Because one thing is certain. As a writer, you can ignore AI, but AI is not going to ignore you. Are you really a writer if you use AI? What does it mean to be a writer in the age of AI? From what I can see, there are three camps when responding to the question, is it acceptable for writers to use AI? The first camp is the not now, not ever. The only intelligence that I work with other than my own is my muse. For this camp, using AI in any way is cheating. I refer to this camp as the Purists. The second camp is the I want AI to write 1,000 bestsellers and Oscar-winning screenplays and show me the money. I call this camp the Substitutionists. The third camp is the I don't reject AI, but it is not the writer. I am. For this camp, AI is a tool. The writer brings talent, creativity, and skill, and a muse if they have one, to the party. And AI brings its encyclopedic knowledge and awesome generative powers. I call this camp the Augmentors. The AI empowers, augments the writer. And that's the spectrum. Purists, AI be gone. Substitutionists, bring it on. Mikaza sukaza, make me some money. And the Augmentors. It's a tool I use to help me make what I want to make. For the 40 years of my writing career before AI arrived on the planet, I was firmly in the purist camp. It was me and my muse. If you had asked me whether I could see myself collaborating with an artificial intelligence to write my stories, I would have laughed at you. But then towards the end of 2022, AI arrived, and like everybody else, I went and introduced myself. And when it spoke, my head went, whoa! Let me see if I can work with this thing as a brainstorm partner to develop the plot line for the story idea I want to develop. Whoa! Let me see if I can work with it as a brainstorm partner to develop a recognition reversal event for my story. Whoa! Let me see if I can work with it to help me develop a character. Whoa! Okay, but wait a minute. If I collaborate with this AI, am I still the sole author? Am I writing or am I co-writing? I'll leave that hanging for a moment. When I first started writing, I wrote with a pen on paper. I was a pen and paper augmented writer, which is better than being a clay tablet augmented writer, but it was still just me and my muse. And then along came the PC and word processor, and I became a word processor augmented writer, much faster, much more productive, but it was still just me and my muse. Then came the internet. Now all the information that I needed and previously spent hours and days in libraries getting was at my fingertips. I became an internet augmented writer, but it was still just me and my muse. And then came artificial intelligence. This is not just about more efficient access to information and word processing. This is about all of that, plus collaborative content creation. It is no longer just me and my muse. It's me, my muse, and AI. It's about being an AI augmented writer. Which brings us back to the question, are you a real writer if you use AI? Well, are you a real singer if you use a microphone? Microphones augment, amplify the voice. Opera singers will say that if you need a mic to fill a theatre with your voice, you're not a real singer. Singers that use mics will say you still have to have something to amplify. You still have to be able to sing and have skill, even if you use a mic. Garbage in, garbage amplified out. Are you a singer if you lip sync to a pre-recording? I say no. You're a substitutionist. Putting your name on a story that is 100% AI generated is the writer's equivalent of lip syncing. But are you a substitutionist if you edit the AI's output? Change it, shape it, mold it. How much do you have to edit and how much of your own content do you have to add to cross the line from substitutionist to augmentor? Where on the spectrum between substitutionist and purist is the sweet spot for collaboration with an AI where the writer is being augmented and not substituted? I don't know, but here's the thing. If you follow developments in AI, the path forward is very clear. On-device gives you greater privacy, lower latency, and very important, personalization. It really does become me and my AI. It'll have total screen and contextual awareness. It sees what you're writing, knows what you are writing, knows your writing style, your vocab, sentence construction, everything. Are you really going to keep going? No, not now, not ever. When the initial shock of the paradigm shift and the controversy that always accompanies it has subsided, how many people actually continue to refuse technology that gives them superpowers they previously did not have? My personal position is that to be an AI-augmented writer is to be the head writer of a brainstorming team. You decide what story to tell. You brainstorm when you need to brainstorm. You ask for suggestions, use some, throw others out, just as you would with a human brainstorming team. And you decide what the final content will be. You decide. The structure, the plot, the characters, the dialogue, the action description, every last comma and full stop. The way I see it, an AI can tell a story, but it can never tell the story you want to tell on your behalf because it does not see the world through your eyes and through the filters of all your baggage and all the stuff that makes you you. Even once it knows you well, it has not lived all the seconds of your life. It can never be you. Yes, there will come a time when the AI chip is implanted in our brains and you won't know where the AI ends and you begin, but we are still a way off from that. For the time being, what it can do is work with you to brainstorm and stimulate your imagination, offering suggestions and ideas as you develop story concepts and plot elements and characters and dialogue and action description. It's a tool. And as with any tool, you decide when and where it needs to be used and how. The more skill you bring to its use, the more finely crafted the final product that you are making will be. But then there's that question. Am I writing or am I co-writing? Well, just like there was Homo sapiens before Gutenberg's printing press, and Homo sapiens after Gutenberg's printing press, Homo sapiens before the splitting of the atom and after the splitting of the atom, before the transistor and after the transistor, before the internet and after the internet, before the smartphone and after the smartphone, so there now is Homo sapiens before the landing of the alien called AI and Homo sapiens after it landed. Homo sapiens will never be the same again. And just as when you tell me that you traveled from New York to London, I will assume that you did so by plane rather than by boat. So as we muddle our way into the future, it will be assumed that AI is involved in whatever you do in some way or another. Does that make it co-writing? Yes, me, my muse, and my AI. But that is what I suspect it will mean to be a writer in the age of AI. Thanks for watching. See you in my next episode.